Hello and welcome to another video about my Humber, and I've reached what to me is a major milestone in that, as you can see, it's now outside the garage, and that's the first time in over 3 years being able to do that. And being able to give it a wash has just made such a difference. It's kind of really transformed the car. In the previous video I talked a bit about some things I want to do to the inside to smarten it up. This time it's going to go around the outside the car, pointing out some of the things that need doing, and then put together a sort of plan as to next steps in terms of getting it back on the road. So on the near side, not sure it shows up in the picture, but the paint's quite bad on the front passenger door. It was scratched at one point and resprayed, but not particularly well. So we want to do that, bring that back to shine. And then on the rear pillar, somebody kindly broke the little scepter badge. Perhaps they were trying to prize it off to steal it. I don't know, but so just try and find some way to join that back together. Perhaps solder or just glue. And on the top of the ring by the boot lid, paint's got quite badly chipped, and it's just my carelessness. I keep the motorbike next to this, and as I push it back in, I've been catching the paint with the brake lever and just caused the chip, so I want to get all that fixed. Three of the wheel arches don't have their trims. Sadly, the two for the rear wheels are missing. They got lost during the house move, but I do have the one for the front driver's side, so I can get that refitted at some point. There are a few other things, such as a little dent in the trim on the front of the bonnet that you might be able to see, and also some rust in one of the wheel arches to be looked at. But by and large, those are things that I'd like to try and get sorted out. Finally then, for this video, I'd just like to move on to what I plan to do next, which is to change the coolant, replace the wiper blades because they've torn to shreds, fix the headlights. I noticed the other day that when you put onto main beam, they just go out rather than switching from dip to main. So whether that's a switch fault or the wiring, I don't know. I've not looked yet, so but need to get that sorted out. I also need to check the other lights, such as tail lights, brake lights, etc. And then what I'd like to do, if I can, is check the timing and valve clearances. The car's not running too bad, but it does seem to be a bit rich, and particularly on the back carburetor, I had to close the jet more than the manual says you should to actually get it to seem about right. I'm just wondering whether that means the valve clearances are out. So I'll try and get those done. And then once all that is done, I want to get a local company to transport the car to a garage where the main thing I want doing is a brake overhaul. The front near side brake is sticking quite badly. It's hopefully won't mean a new caliper, but it's possible. But we'll see what he says. And then just a general inspection of them because there's only a single brake circuit, so I just want to make sure that there's no leaks anywhere and that any seals haven't hardened and starting to break up. Also get an oil and filter change whilst it's in there, and then just a general inspection for the car. It doesn't need an MOT, but I'd like an MOT type check just to make sure it's safe and that the bodywork, suspension, steering are all okay. And then also things I can't get to, like the gearbox oil level, just have that looked at to make sure it hasn't dropped and things like that. And then finally, a new set of tyres. The ones that won there have got plenty of tread on them, but they're about 25 years old, and also with it having not been moved much the last 3 years, they could well have hardened or perhaps breaking up internally or cracking. So I think it makes sense to get a new set of tyres, so I'll get that done. And then once that is all done, I can start getting it out on the road, building up a bit of confidence and enjoy driving it again. And that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching.